And welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to do a rubbed pork tenderloin in the pressure cooker with peach salsa. This between a pound and a pound and a half of pork tenderloin, and all the recipe will be down below, but this is a rub that I made excuse me, and it has chili powder, paprika, garlic powder, salt and pepper. And I'm going to liberally give this a dose. I've got my crock pot, my pressure cooker heating up to the brown cycle. If you don't have a brown cycle, then just turn it on and leave the lid off and it will brown. It'll brown anything. Alright, so you know, we're going to push it down in there. We want it to stay. We don't want it to come off. So here's the rest of my mixture. Excuse me. You know, I told you I've got this heating up. I got 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil in there, so that you know, I want it to get hot enough before I put this pork tenderloin in there. And it might be right now. So I got this scattered. I'm going to drop it in. Well, I hate to waste any of this rub. Rub is easy to make, and it's going to make a difference in how this pork tenderloin tastes. Get this rub off my fingers real quick. Now, in the meantime, you know, I've gone ahead and prepped some of this stuff because I didn't want it to take too long. It calls for fresh peaches. We're not in peach season here. I might be somewhere, but it's not here. But it calls for 2 fresh peaches that are sliced or diced up, and some onion, the juice of a lime, some fresh cilantro, and some minced garlic. And it called for red onions. I didn't have any, so I used what I had, which is white or yellow, whichever one. And I've got it all. This was 1 15-ounce can of peaches that I drained. So it's waiting. Now, I have diced up, or not really diced, but I kind of quartered some thin-skinned potatoes. These are the yellow kind, but you can use any kind you want to, I guess. And I doused them real good with olive oil, salt, pepper, and an Italian seasoning blend. And I mixed it all together. And I'm putting it on this baking sheet. This was 5 potatoes. If your family's not big, don't use 5. But I mixed it all up in a bowl, so I'm doing it on the baking sheet. But I'm doing it in a bowl. I preheated my oven to 475 degrees. I'm not exactly sorry about that. I had a battery change in the middle of that. As I said, I'm not sure how long it'll take the potatoes to get done, but they're quartered, and at 475, I'm going to say about 25 to 30 minutes. And I might be off a little bit, but we'll keep an eye on them. Alright. I've got my little tenderloin in there. And all we're doing to it is browning it. Can you see it? I've had it on one side. Now I'm turning it over on the other side. And we're going to let it brown on that side also. I got that side a little too brown, I think. It's just supposed to be lightly brown. And I've got a cup of chicken stock. I'm going to pour that over the pork tenderloin, and I'm going to set the timer on high for 20 minutes. And when that 20 minutes is up, I'm not going to do a quick release. I'm going to let it sit for 10 minutes and then do a quick release. So I'm going to get the top on this, and then we'll be back. Hi, we're back. Well, my pork tenderloin is done. When it finished with the pressure cooker, I let it sit in there 10 minutes because mine automatically goes to warm before I removed it to a plate, this plate actually, and then you tent it under foil for another 10 minutes. And you can see the juice coming out of it now. It looks absolutely oh my goodness, it looks good. I'm going to cut a few slices of it off here. Well, see how tender it is? I broke that piece right in half. My potatoes took about 25 minutes, as I thought they would. So here's our meat. I might as well just cut a few more pieces up. And you know, if you don't like the rub that I used on this, and you have one that you do like, use it. You know, just use your own rub. You don't have to use what I selected. There we go. That's probably good enough right there. And you know, pork tenderloin, it is so easy to be dried out and all, that this just looks wonderful. Alright, here's our salsa. Put it over the meat. Doesn't that look good? It looks so good. These potatoes, they ought to be just wonderful. So Sam's not in here right now, but we're going to fix him a little plate.
Yes, I am.
Oh, well, come on in here. Come on in here, Sammy. So, let's get him some meat. Get him a couple of pieces of meat here. Some of this salsa that fell off.
Is that like a peach salsa?
It is. That's exactly what it is. I'll just get some out of the bowl.
Well, that sure looks good. I've never had that.
Alright. Get him a few potatoes on here. And we both love these roasted potatoes. They're so flavorful. More like a Greek potato because of the, you know, the Italian seasoning that I put on them. Whoops. Let's see what he thinks. You don't have to do as many potatoes if your family is small. Just do a few. Here's his plate.
Yeah, that looks great.
There's actually your fork. I'll take this one.
Okay.
Here you go.
Now, what am I sampling? This pork loin? And oh, it's tender.
Do you need any salt or pepper or anything?
Doesn't need anything. I mean, for me. Lord, it's juicy and tender.
Do you like the peach salsa?
I sure do.
Okay, guys, you know, this is the pork tenderloin for a pound and a half. Takes 20 minutes in your pressure cooker, and the potatoes take 25 minutes. A side salad or another veggie would make a great meal. Sammy likes it. You know the commercial Mikey will eat anything. Well, Sam's like that. He loves food. So, give this a try.
Well, it sure is an upgrade from just a regular tenderloin. It's peach stuff, but it makes it. Which, you know, fruit goes well with pork.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get in here a little better. There we go. Thank you for coming in today. Give this a try. I'm pretty sure you'll like it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, you take care.